Because you asked. Actually, you didn't ask. You told me. You told me to flip these rigs around, and you also told me I forgot two of them. Whoops. So today's video is evidently me going through puberty with my voice, but I'll flip these rigs around for you. And y'all did tell me which one should I work on next. Because I got rigs that need work. A lot of them need work. That's the nature of things that break and that wear out over time, is that sometimes they need work and sometimes they need lots of work. There we go. By popular request, the Power Wagon. I'm gonna get this one running. Probably not in this video today. I need to figure out what it needs first. Probably just electronics, but we'll see. But by popular request, definitely this Power Wagon was the one that y'all wanted to see running. And I'm glad that y'all selected it because it was also the one that I want to work on first. So we're best buds. We're on the same page here. Have I ever even taken this body off since I bought it? The answer is no, I have not. I'm hoping there's nothing that I'm missing on taking this off because I really don't want to break the body. Power Wagons are kind of cool. I've got a few around. And this one is scale. It has a seat and a driver. It has an interior. Oh, hey, that's taped in. It's Gorilla Tape, at least. That is definitely taped in. So, whatever. It works. May have to address that in the future. But we'll set that aside for now. We got some cracks. Yeah, it's kind of typical that these guys will crack right there. Don't matter. That's not the point. All right. Ooh, this has the... Is it BowHouse? BowHouse? I think it's BowHouse. This has the injection molded tray from BowHouse, which is really cool. Their low center of gravity battery tray. Really like the tray. I've got one of the 3D printed ones from their first runs, and really cool that they got to the point of making a injection molded one. So yeah. All right, we got aluminum shock mounts on this. It looks like stock. Those are stock shocks, I do believe. But then we have a lot of brass and aluminum on the front. The parts that typically break, we got the aluminum portals on the rear, Trial, it looks like. And some, little brass fiddly bits here and there. Add some weight. It's not really needed in my opinion, but I'm not gonna start changing out parts on this vehicle. It already has a lot of work done to it. A metal mount there for the motor. Is it a metal transmission? I think this is a stock single speed transmission. Yeah, sure is. From Traxxas is the single speed. Got the little output hiding there. And that's pretty much that. They chopped down these side rails, or whatever they're called, the sliders. And otherwise, a mostly stock setup. It looks like we do have some different links on it, though. I don't know if he changed the wheelbase for that Power Wagon body. I'm interested. Let me look. Now, these things right here, these Trial drive shafts. I don't like metal drive shafts right there. Unless the rig is some sort of like rock racer, or if I really know that I'm not gonna have problems in another part of the rig, then I'm cool with these. But if I'm gonna have a part that breaks, I want these to be my weak link. I always want these to be my weak link because I don't want to break parts in here and I don't want to break parts in the transmission. And the best way to do that is to keep these plastic. They wear out over time. You exchange them. They're cheap as chips. It is a very good place to have your weak link. So I'm really not a fan of that. If I'm going to replace something, it's going to be making these back to stock. Now, these may have a little bit lower profile, but I mean, it's kind of a hard lip right there. It's going to get caught on stuff. I don't like that. I could sand down, chamfer the edges or whatever, I guess, but that's putting work into something that I don't like. All right, so we're going back to this. All right, so it does look like we got some links replaced, stock links up front, and we've got some aftermarket in back of some sort. These have the cross holes in it, so that kind of reminds me of SCX 10.2-ish. link sets. Interesting. Not sure why they did that. Maybe it's just what they had. Maybe it was for the wheelbase. And now that I look at the shock angle, yeah, it looks like maybe they extended the wheelbase just a little bit. Well, now I want to check wheelbase. Yeah, extended the wheelbase just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny bit. That's why it's good to have stock rigs laying around, because I can look at things and tell what's going on. All right, we got vented. They got some normal foams in there. These are not 3D printed foams, it sounds like. Super Swampers. Are these RC4WD Super Swampers? I don't know. I'm guessing, I suppose. It's got nothing but... it's got nothing but the Intrico on there. So, I don't know. They feel good, though. The compound feels nice. I'm not sure how well they'll actually perform on the rocks in Missouri, because we need a little bit different than most people. And I would say the foams are maybe a little bit too firm, in my opinion. Or it's the actual carcass of these is a little bit too firm. But this is a scale rig. I'm not too worried about performance, I suppose. All right, making the list. It needs full electronics. Otherwise, I don't see anything wrong with this. There is a little hitch in the drivetrain, and looking at it, maybe these drive shafts got whacked. Yeah, you can see that right there, how it's a there's a chance that our output here is bent from getting hit and having a metal drive shaft on it. If these were plastic, it probably wouldn't have bent that. So let me do a little inspection while we're at it. It would run just fine. I could totally just ignore this. But the one pet peeve that I have is these metal sliding shafts. So if I am going to replace something, this is going to be it. I'd almost have to get an indicator on that. It doesn't look like it is bent. Yeah, that may just be this drive shaft itself wibbly wobbling. And maybe, since it's not extended that much, if this was extended a whole bunch, I could see using some aftermarket like that. Yeah, I think the... Ooh, I know how I can tell. Let's see. So it goes up there. If I take this off, we turn this 180 degrees. We put it back in. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually the drive shaft itself is bent, not the pinion input, ring and pinion. Yeah, it looks like it's actually this guy. And it's maybe not bent. It could just be that it's not seating uniformly. Let's see, does the front do that? The front does not do that. The front is rubbing on the transmission, though. Yeah. Yeah, it's ready. Oh, hey, you can actually see where it's been rubbing right there. Boom. So I do think I'm going to get some new drive shafts. Just throw some stock drive shafts back in there, sliding shafts, whatever you want to call them. What do you call them? Or these drive shafts? Because these are also drive shafts inside the axles right here. Sliding shafts. I'm going to go ahead and order those. I mean, why not right now? Probably hop on the old... I don't know, Amazon's, get them here quick so we can film next week. Maybe. Let's see. What would it be called? TRX. What are these rigs? Oh, my lord, TRX4. If you don't use it, you lose it. The drive shaft? Okay, they're called drive shafts. I don't want Hobby Park. I want Traxxas. I want stock Traxxas shafts. And I guess I could always steal them off of another rig, but I don't want to do that. So the question is, why is it rubbing? Well, I would say obviously because that one is doing the little wobbly thing, but also, what's going on? It looks like this has been lowered. Oh, every time this drive shaft goes full compression, it's rubbing real hard at full compression. Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna try some stock ones. We'll try some stock ones first. I want Traxxas brand. I want Traxxas brand. Does Traxxas not have anything on the Amazons? No, I don't think they will. So I guess we'll just hop on to A-Main and order some stuff from A-Main all at the same time. Brands? Traxxas? Any Traxxas? No? Oh well. Cool. Well, electronics, which we already have here in the house. I got plenty of batteries. And we will need to address these drive shafts if I really want the rig to be like I want it to be. So there we go. I have a plan of action. Once we get off of camera here, I will make a list for the A-Main order, and we're going to go from there. Because otherwise, this guy's good to go. I'm liking it. This is going to be a fun rig. I will try to not ruin the body too. It's in good condition still, so I'm going to try to be easy on this when I drive it. I have other rigs to bash, so there we go. All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this little adventure. I'm going to put it back where it belongs so I don't lose body clips like I love to lose body clips. I've got body clips just laying around here from things I took apart and then never put back together. Don't look at the table either. All right, where are you? There you are. Oh, I see. It's like, where did it go? I see. It's through the shock hoops. Excellent. Almost said excelente. Don't cancel me, guys. That's gonna be a fun rig. All right, so if you got any suggestions for it, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna get some plastic drive shafts for it. And in the next video, we'll throw on some electronics and then take it for a crawl. As always, thanks for tuning in and have a great day.